there, everyone. Welcome in this evening. I just wanted to do a short training. I've had a few people reach out recently and ask about loss of a pet and the guilt after euthanization of their pet. I might be quite emotional during this training, and I'm sorry for that. Well, I'm not sorry for that. Um, our pets are very important to us. And if you're looking to find a bit of comfort in wondering if you made the right decision for your pet, I hope you can find it in this training. I again have some notes as always. I am going to show you right now. This is my little Bella and Zoe, which is really pretty glary. Um, this was taken last year. Many of you know I lost these two this year on February 17th and March 4th. Bella got very sick the beginning of January, and I was doing IVs for her at home and everything. She was not one of those pets that would be able to spend the night at the vet. So I was willing to learn anything that I needed to just to be able to keep her going. We thought she was getting better, and she ended up developing congestive heart failure. And after a couple weeks of that, and the LASIK drugs and everything weren't working, I had to make that difficult decision, and it was a decision that only I could make. She was my girl, and it was a very, very difficult one, and I struggled with it for a long time. So even after all my training and all the loss that I've been through in my life, this was still one of the probably most difficult ones that I had to had to work through. So the training tonight is the guilt after euthanizing your pet, how to forgive yourself after saying goodbye. So again, welcome in. Tonight's grief training. I'm really glad that you're all here. Please type a team live if you're watching this while we're on here live tonight, and give me a team replay if you have taken the time to watch it later on the replay. I appreciate it either way. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm Dawn Loopsdorf. I'm a grief and loss coach. I have had many losses in my life, and after losing one of my very best friends last year, I decided that I was going to focus my entire coaching business on helping others navigate their grief as well. It's a very rewarding profession. I love working with people to help them through, and I've told my story many times that I was so sad after losing my friend Mark, his t-shirt, again, getting ready for Rockfest this week, that I was sitting outside thinking to myself, there's no way I'm ever going to make it through this one. I've lost my parents and my brother and my brother-in-law and my husband's mom, and this was just going to be it. I was going to live in my sadness for a very long time. And as I was sitting outside one day, I could swear he was standing right next to me, and he said, "Hey, you made it through this. You made it through losing me. Now get out there and show everyone else that you can help them too. You have the skills, and you need to get out there and help others navigate their grief as well." So if you've not become a member of my group, Navigating Grief and Loss, on Facebook, you can just click in there. On my page, you can actually grab a link and just answer a few questions. I'll admit you in. There's many trainings and free resources within the group. And let's get started. Okay, so guilt that comes after euthanizing your pet. Even when you know that it was the right thing to do, the guilt can still feel absolutely crushing. You ask yourself questions like, did I do it too soon? Or did I wait too long? Did they know that I loved them? And I do know this grief deeply because I've lived it. When I lost Bella and Zoe just 15 days apart, I wrestled with every one of these questions. Even after the years of grief training and experience I've had in my own personal life, I still found myself wondering if I did the right thing. So, if you've ever had to make that impossible choice, tonight's training is for you. So, drop a little paw print and the name of your pet in the comments below, and let's honor them tonight. Again, I'm Dawn Loopsdorf, grief coach and creator of Rising After Loss, a 12-week program from grief to peace, where I help people process their loss, release their guilt, reconnect with their lives, even after the most heartbreaking goodbyes they've ever had to say. So, usually in my trainings, I give you 3 truths. So, here they go. The 3 truths about euthanasia related guilt that I feel you need to hear if you're ever going to let yourself breathe again. Let's move on together. Number 1, guilt is the shadow of love. You feel guilty because you love them with everything in you. You were their protector, their voice, and their safe place. And then one day you had to make a difficult decision that they couldn't. That decision wasn't about power, it was about mercy. But when your love is that strong, the line between guilt and grief gets blurred. Drop a yes in the comments if you've ever wondered whether you made the right call. Number 2, second guessing is a symptom of deep attachment. You keep replaying those final days. You overanalyze the last meal, the final look, the vet's words. That's not failure. That's attachment. It's your mind trying to rewrite the end because your heart wasn't ready for it. But here's the truth. No ending would have ever felt right, because love like that does not come with easy goodbyes. Please type "I miss them" in the comments if you've been living with these questions. And point number 3. Sorry. They felt your love, and that's what they took with them. Whether you held them, or you whispered to them, or simply just sat beside them, they knew. Animals don't measure love by the length of their life. They measure it in presence, in energy, and how you showed up for them every single day of their lives. You didn't betray them. You rescued them one last time. So, I believe you're here for a reason, and I think you needed to hear that. You rescued them one last time. So, to recap on those 3 truths about this kind of grief and guilt. Guilt is the shadow of love. Number 2, second guessing means you cared very deeply. And number 3, your pet felt your love, and that's what mattered most. You're not a monster. You're not a failure. You're someone who loved enough to make the hardest choice ever for your pet. You chose to help them go. So, how many of you are still carrying the guilt from those final moments? Whether you're haunted by whether you did the right thing, whether you waited long enough. I see you. I know this ache. I've been there. just this year, February 17th and March 4th. 15 days apart. I really was having a hard time, not sure if I was going to even want to go on. Honestly, I still have many nights that I'm sad and that I wonder. Those final moments with the euthanization really go through my mind and play hard all the time on my heart and my mind. So, inside my 12-week program, Rising After Loss, I help people navigate not just grief, but the complicated emotions that come with loving and losing animals that we considered family. If you want to release the guilt without forgetting the love, honor your pet's memory in a way that brings peace, and find joy again without feeling disloyal, reach out to me or comment mentor below, and we'll schedule a talk. A gentle talk, free. And if I can help you find peace, I will. We'll look at what that might look like for us to work together. And if I'm not the right fit, I will help you find the person who is. So if this message spoke to your heart tonight, please type value in the comments below. And if you'd like, drop a little paw print or a photo and share a memory of the pet who you loved through everything. If you're ready to stop carrying your guilt alone and begin healing in a way that honors both your grief and your love, reach out. Let's talk. Thank you for being here tonight. Your grief is valid. Your guilt is heard. And your love was never without question. Never a question that you loved them absolutely with your entire heart. That is why it was so painful to make the decision. So I'll see you on my next training for a heart-centered talk. Until then, give yourself the same compassion that your pet gave you every single day. Sending you love and strength and compassion to get through the next days ahead. If you are one of those who has reached out to me and was wondering how to move forward when this loss is so fresh and new, I had someone that I talked to this afternoon who actually just lost their dog last night. They had to make this decision, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to put this out there today. So thank you all very much. Many blessings to you, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Expect to see a few lives of me and my friends this weekend celebrating Mark as we go to Rockfest in Cadott, Wisconsin. Once again, this is our second time going without him, but trust me, he'll still be living through all of us. Thanks again. Have a great night.